We were 3 seconds late there.
3 seconds late. So I'll never forgive myself. People sometimes they poke around in that chat and say, my God, we can set our watches by this stream, Why not? Everybody stream. Doesn't everybody start on time, No.
That's usually me. I'm usually sat there 15 minutes.
But how do people know? So people aren't sitting waiting for you, or you haven't got a scheduled stream time?
Oh, no. When I'm waiting for your stream, yeah, I'll just have my laptop open 15 minutes before, so it can just load straight in.
I can't imagine not doing it this way, It's whatever the control freak character that's part of what makes us such good printmakers makes us into control freaks. Okay, we've got a bunch of people here today. This is going to be a very, very short stream. I say very. It's going to be a short stream, about maybe 30 minutes or so. It's 8 o'clock here in Japan. William-san and I have an appointment. We're going to meet Aoyama-san, our staff member, over at the nearest lumber yard this morning. Because after 2 days of William being here and getting acclimatized, today's the day we got to start working downstairs. We've got to get to it. So we're going to get to the lumber yard and see what wood's available. And I think William might be quite shocked by what he sees this morning. He's used to a place where I think raw wood or, native wood, natural wood is the main thing you'll find in a lumber yard, and you don't find any of that here in Japan. We will probably see next to no actual lumber, things that you would call lumber. Yeah. It's all going to be processed stuff. So.
Yeah, we do use ply. We use like a birch ply and a lime ply and stuff, but...
For cabinet making? Or?
Very occasionally. Might use MDF, but use a lot of tulip. Use quite a lot of...
Tulip? What
would you call it? Probably magnolia. Is that what it's called?
We have magnolia, very, very soft, very clean, very straight.
We use quite a lot of African hardwoods. Sapele really? And
I thought their day was done. I thought that was all...
no, so that's quite interesting though, isn't it? Because they had to stop exporting it because of the pirates. The pirates would be... So they were like running the... what do you call it? The lumber yards. The Somali pirates and stuff in... is it Northern Africa, Western Africa? And... So they were the ones that were actually exporting all of this African hardwood to the UK and stuff. And they had to stop it because our companies and governments can't be seen to be taking that.
But I thought tropical hardwood would have come from most, like the west of Africa, Ghana and Nigeria and that sort of place, no?
Yeah, well, it all comes in and it's shipped out from a certain point, I guess. But yeah, we used a lot of external joinery because oak's very expensive and, to be honest, it's not very good for a door. Especially if you're going to paint it and things like that. Very hard wearing, very easy to use, very easy to cut.
One difficult part for us is that central Tokyo is not the place for a lumber store.
No.
Of course, they need space, they need, whatever. So it's come in the last few years that in a ring around Tokyo, like for example out in Ome where my house is, that's where what they call home centers. You wouldn't really call them a lumber yard. That's what they all are. So here in central Tokyo, we're at a bit of a disadvantage. There aren't too many places like that. And the second difference from the culture that I came from here is that there's not so much DIY culture yet, do it yourself.
Yeah.
A normal person, if they want their bathroom renovating, they would never, ever, ever think of doing it by themselves. They just don't know how. They've got no tools, there's no workbench at home, there's no nothing. So you call in a pro, And it's only in the last, 10 years plus that there's been this culture of maybe we should try doing this by ourselves a little bit. So these home centers have grown up here and there and here and there. And they all offer the service of cutting wood, because nobody has a table saw at home. Yeah. Nobody has a workshop in their basement and stuff like this. And I mean nobody. There's just no room in a Japanese house. So if you want to build, say, a bookshelf in your living room, you measure up what you want. Take your little notes with your measurements to the home center, go out to the back, buy the piece of wood, and then after you've bought it, take it to the cutting room with your measurements.
Oh, I see.
And they cut it to what you want on this huge panel saw setup and wrap it up in plastic and bang, it goes in the back seat of your car. These 10 shelves and the top piece, bottom piece, whatever you've calculated up. So that's the way a typical homemaker will use these home centers. We're not going to do it that way. We're going to buy the lumber and use their little truck and bring it home here.
I'm missing things in the chat. William, have you ever done and researched Sashimono joinery? No, I can't say I've ever heard. Do you know what that is?
Well, I know small scale joinery, not room type work, but small scale, making boxes, making
Oh, okay, yeah. I've done box joinery and things. I've seen some really amazing stuff some Japanese carpenters doing with like interleave dovetail joints.
Oh yeah, the show off stuff. Yeah. There's a few YouTube channels like that I subscribe to, and there's some astonishing things. So.
Yeah, it's actually a very good carpenter I follow on YouTube called Ishitani Furniture.
Yeah.
He's very good at what he does. Very interesting.
A little bit pretentious, but seems like a nice, quiet, honest guy.
Yeah. He's got a nice little...
He's living in America, right? Does he come from Japan or come from America?
I don't know. Because his whole website is all in English.
Yeah,
so either he has a lot of Western customers or he is in America. PS Pen 88 says, you know, Dave, I was watching one of the bookbinding streams, and I have to say, if this whole woodblock printing and carving thing doesn't work out, you can make a killing in the hand-rolled paper toothpick market.
We'll leave that one alone, I think. If the woodblock print making thing doesn't work out, okay, when are we going to call that one?
Oh, someone said UK viewers can get the Ukiyo Heroes documentary on Amazon Video for 99p.
Yeah, it was open the last couple of times. All English-speaking countries we've here.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
How much was it?
99p on Amazon Video.
Just a minute. This is through iTunes or Amazon Video? It's something
Amazon
different
Video.
now.
Yeah, so I would assume rightly or wrongly you need Amazon Prime subscription anyway, wouldn't you?
I haven't any idea. This is new to me. I haven't heard anything about our video being available through the Amazon systems. And this is rental or purchase or...
I don't know. Stream? Can you do your magic?
I didn't think iTunes and Amazon were usable in the same sentence. I know.
No, it says on Amazon Video for 99p.
So no connection with the iTunes thing?
No. Okay. I think it's Amazon's own. No, because I got my copy through Google Play. Rather than iTunes.
Google Play. Again, This is also new to me. We haven't heard this. What?
Yeah, so Google has a store for music and an online store and stuff, and I got my...
Our documentaries on there?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
No. Since when? When was this?
So it automatically downloaded while I was
waiting
for my flight on Monday.
No, I had no idea about this.
Yeah, Monday. Mine downloaded.
So Amazon and Google. So these various streaming services have this now.
Yeah.
This is news to me. Completely news to me.
Oh, and apparently US Amazon, it's $5 to rent.
To play it once? Is this it's a rental or you add it to your account?
I would assume it's rental for a certain period of time.
You don't own it?
No, you wouldn't know. I should imagine it'd be a 48-hour rental or something.
Well, this is total news to me. We'll have to get some news about this.
Oh, and apparently the Amazon UK is purchase and rental, and you don't need a subscription.
Purchase and rental?
Yeah.
Not for the same price, obviously.
No, I would assume not. And it currently has a 7.3 rating on IMDb.
Out of 100?
Out of 10.
Out of 100?
That's quite good for IMDb.
Well, I saw a blank page came up for it on Rotten Tomatoes yesterday.
Okay.
We've been trying to find that one. It's on Rotten Tomatoes, but there's no comments yet. There's no meter or no reviews. Or at least not when I checked last night. So it's exploding all over the place all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's popping up everywhere. Oh, it's apparently in the UK, on the UK Amazon, it's 99p to own and to rent.
That doesn't make any sense. I don't get it.
So both prices are the same, apparently. Yeah, this is what I'm being told here.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't understand that. I'm not a member of any of those services, but to own and to rent will be the same price.
Yeah. That doesn't seem to.
When you own it, does it mean you download it and you physically got it, or owning it simply means you can access it anytime, even years from now?
I would assume you can just access it from your account.
But you don't have the data physically on your own drive or something. The data is always up there, but you're allowed to access it.
Yeah, I would assume so. Similar to Google, how you can just log into like Google Play and do it through there.
Well, this is all news to me. I had no idea. All I knew that it was going to be in the iTunes store as of the end of last month. That's all I had heard.
Oh, my dad just asked a question about the Paulina boxes. Oh, we were just talking about that, Dad. Pauline is very...
We're going to make some noise. Just
yeah, carry on. Yeah, I can continue talking. Pauline is very common in Japan, apparently. It's used in China and stuff as well. Wow, well, everyone in the UK getting by what you can. People seem to think Amazon must have made a mistake on the listing of it, because it's currently the same price to rent and buy in both high definition and standard across the UK store. So everyone from the UK, get out and buy it while you can.
And I still don't have it. I've only seen it once, that day in the film festival.
Yeah. Wow, I don't know if we can sound stream. Maybe we could. I can try and log onto my Google account and we can try and pull it onto your.
Because it's here in Netflix in Japan.
Yeah. I currently my Netflix is switched over to a Japanese account and stuff like that.
We got left here some nice ones.
Yeah, and last night we stamped some paper ready for me to try printing today. From some of the old... What's the image called?
It was one Ami-san was doing last week at Kyoto Arashiyama? I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of the Doihanga prints. So it's going to be interesting.
Interesting in quotation marks.
Yeah. All the notes for altered registration marks and such.
Well, maybe actually, to think about that, when we're doing this, we're going to be working downstairs mostly sort of during the day. Then this early morning time here, 8 o'clock, is sort of, streaming time. Yeah. So how about this? If I just put this idea on the table, I mean, it's up to you to say no or whatever. One of the mornings next week, then, when you are doing this printing, take the cameras upstairs, and we put the camera on your printing bench. And I'll do the commentary. I'll sit there and chat. And you're the guy sitting under the camera printing.
Yeah,
is this a no-no, or is this something you might want to play with?
I'm perfectly happy making a fool of myself to many people.
Well, I do that every day, so yeah.
We seem to dropped a few frames, but it's
we're wired in here. We're not on Wi-Fi today.
Is it still snowing? Yeah, I think it is still snowing a bit.
It's trying to snow.
Yeah, I went out and got breakfast this morning, and it was.
Oh no, the girls in Ome have both cancelled today.
Oh, okay.
Because there's too much snow, so there'll be no shipping today.
Oh, I see.
So anybody who rush ordered prints overnight, we have a problem because they're not going to go today.
Yeah, it was snowing quite a lot when I went out and got breakfast, but it rained.
Oh, you're still on the broken time zone, are you? You're still like X hours before?
I slept a lot better last night. I slept all the way through until about 5 without waking up. The last couple of nights I've been sort of up every hour.
So it's getting closer and closer.
Yeah, we're getting there slowly. a couple of beers and all the food helped last night though.
How'd you enjoy that place last night? That's first izakaya? I don't know, the bar?
Yeah. It's the first time I've eaten raw tuna. First time I've had natto. So yeah.
I know if I'm talking to the stream, I know last night we took him to a pub. For the past few days we've been eating at fairly quiet restaurants. So last night we went to a pub, izakaya, for the first time. So all the salarymen in the next benches shouting and screaming and getting drunk slowly, one step at a time.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to see actually. All these very well dressed businessmen chain smoking cigarettes and.
But you see, half of them had not cigarettes, but they had that new electronic thing.
Yeah.
That's a big deal in Japan here.
Yeah, I've seen quite a lot of people out on the because you don't see a lot of people smoking out on the street.
It's illegal.
I noticed the.
It's illegal.
Oh, to smoke out on the street. Yeah,
walking.
Yeah. So I noticed the pachinko parlour. Just around the corner from Lawson's, there was a lot of they like brought a ashtray out for all the men that stood in line, and they just take it in turns to go and stand
really?
and then put it out. And, I sort of stood there for about 5 minutes.
The pachinko parlors are heavy smoke zones. You go in there, and it's just there's just grey smoke hanging from the ceiling. It's the same kind of people who smoke who play pachinko.
Yeah, it was quite interesting. So they were all lined up outside, and they'd sort of come out the queue, go and stand and have their cigarette, put it out, and then go and get back in line in their spot in the queue. It's quite funny.
I guess there's no smoking now in restaurants and bars in the UK, is there?
No, not since 2006. No, there's nowhere. No, that's very odd to be in. Because obviously I was 16 when that smoking ban came in.
So you've never been in bars with smoke and stuff?
I never remember being in a smoky bar, so that was... Yeah, that was quite interesting. Yeah, I'll let no, Dad. My dad says if we're going to stream me printing and you commentating, then everyone's going to be watching back home.
You're going to be famous on Dave Bull's Twitch channel.
Last Known God says the smoking bars in Tokyo actually made me drink less. Yeah, I can see that. You don't want to sit there.
Because you go home early, you mean? Or, well, I'm not sure what you mean.
I think, he says didn't want to stink all the time,
So just get out.
Yeah, so you just have a drink and get out,